Forget all about superfoods that you have heard so far. Foods like acai berries, goji berries, chia seeds, pomegranate, spirulina, broccoli, garlic. Yes, they all have something in them. But there is one food that sits on the top of the pyramid and which is simply unparalleled. This is something that all of you have in the fridge. And this food are eggs. So eggs are the superfood that I put on the top. The reason for that is that eggs contain all essential necessary macro and micronutrients. Not only that eggs have the highest biological value protein and cholesterol and fat, which is necessary for life, but also the tons of vitamins and minerals, which are all there to do what? To actually support life, because egg is the place where life starts. And clearly, everything within the egg is simply perfect. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why eggs are superfoods, but not only that, I'm also going to cook for you and show you how I start my day and why I eat eggs every day in the morning in the last 45 years. So guys, for the ones who are new to my channel, I am Dr. Nash Jocic, bodybuilding champion. I've been in the industry for over 40 years, and during that time I have helped thousands to change their body and get in the best shape of their lives. I'm also international speaker and author, so I have published many books and many articles, and on my website, on the page shop, you can find 8 ebooks which are waiting for you. So let's cook now. So my preferred choice of oil or fat in order to cook eggs is butter, but you can also use lard, or you can use coconut oil. The reason for that is this fat, they don't burn quickly as, for example, olive oil does. So I would not advise you to use olive oil for cooking, because when you expose olive oil to heat, it will actually deactivate omega-9 oleic acids, which are extremely important fatty acids, but you want to avoid that. So in order to do the best that you can, either use coconut oil, use lard, or butter. So I'm going to heat the cooker. I put it on 8. Make sure that you don't really use high heat, because you can burn your eggs and you don't want to do that. So when it comes to butter, you can either cut the piece of butter, or, as I often do, just take butter as it is and put a little bit on your pan. See, when this is a little bit too high, but it's okay. So I'm going to use today 5 eggs. This is my preferred choice. You can use 6, 7, 8, as many as you want. 4. Some people prefer to put egg whites in their breakfast. So if you want to put extra egg whites, maybe you can use 2 or 3 whole eggs and put another 4, 5, 6, 7, as many egg whites as you need. But I would advise you to always use some whole eggs, because whole eggs are absolutely essential for their density of micronutrients. So in average, an egg contains 6 grams of protein and 6 grams of fat, also cholesterol, which is very important for example, for production of testosterone in your case. And cholesterol is also important for building the cellular wall of all cells in the body. So it's absolutely essential. Cholesterol is so essential that we produce cholesterol. Liver produces cholesterol. Even if you don't eat any, your liver will still produce enough for your necessary needs. So don't be afraid of cholesterol. This is not a problem at all. I will talk about cholesterol in one of my next videos. Now I use Himalayan salt, which is my preferred type of salt. You need to understand that Himalayan salt has 84 minerals compared to table salt, ordinary table salt, which only has 2, and those are sodium and chloride. Now, Himalayan salt is also predominantly sodium, and you need to understand that sodium is the most important mineral in the body. Yes, sodium is the one that you need more than anything else. Everything else comes after sodium. So don't be afraid of sodium. You need anywhere from 3 to 5, sometimes if you're bigger, if you're training, if you're sweating a lot, you may need even more grams of sodium per day. Now, while we are cooking this, let me tell you why whole eggs are so important. Now, all the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and microelements, they are contained in the yolk, right? So when it comes to vitamins, eggs contain vitamin A, vitamin D. Both of them are extremely important for immunity. Then vitamin E, which is one of the most powerful antioxidants. Apart from that, eggs contain vitamin B2, B5, B7, B9, which is folate, for example, is very important for developing of the fetus during the pregnancy, and also vitamin B12, which is essential for formation of red blood cells. So you see how many vitamins you got. Literally a atomic bomb made of vitamins in the whole egg. This is why I don't advise you to just eat egg whites, as many people do. Whole egg is absolutely necessary. Apart from that, whole eggs contain minerals as well, which are very, very important for everything in your all the metabolic processes in the body. And those minerals are iron, which is necessary for transport of oxygen in the blood, then phosphorus, and calcium, which support bone density. Then you have magnesium, which is very important for nervous system. Then you have potassium, which is again in combination with sodium absolutely necessary for fluid balance. And then you also have selenium, and selenium is critical for conversion of T4 into T3. So it regulates thyroid hormones in your body. So bear that in mind. All these vitamins, all these minerals in the whole egg. So you don't want to miss that. This is gold, literally gold. No vitamin tablets, multivitamin tablets produced in the lab will give you the quality and the bioavailability of these vitamins and minerals found in whole egg. Not just that, but eggs contain the highest quality protein, and this is why the biological value of protein is measured directly relating to the highest quality of protein in egg, which is marked with 100. So egg is the highest quality protein. Biological value is 100. Now, for example, chicken, biological value, chicken breast is about 80, beef is 70, fish is 70, but egg sits on the top. Honey is 100. All 9 essential amino acids are contained in egg, in the whole egg, and especially leucine, which is the most important amino acids for muscular development. So guys, if you're after building muscles and ultimately burning fat because you're going to be increasing your muscular engine, eggs are without comparison #1 food for you. I hope this information will convince you to include eggs every day in your diet. And now let's go back to what I've just done. So eggs are cooked now. I make sure that I don't burn them, just cook them enough. And I like to eat them, as you know, in the combination with cottage cheese. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put eggs in the plate. You're going to see it's my way of doing things. And on the top of that, I will put, usually I use 200 grams of cottage cheese, which I put on the top. So in the container that I had 300 grams of cottage cheese, So this will be roughly 200 grams that I like to have in my breakfast. So as you can see, this is very simple, but is an optimal meal for you, because in 5 eggs you have 30 grams of protein. In 200 grams of cottage cheese you have 20 grams of protein. So altogether this breakfast will give you 50 grams of protein and 30 grams of fat. What is also important, there are only 3-4 grams of carbs in the cottage cheese, which is completely minimal. So this meal, as the first meal of the day, will help you not only just build muscle by offering you the highest quality protein from eggs and also cottage cheese, but this meal will keep your insulin level steady. Therefore, you're not going to have the spike of insulin, and that will force the body to use exclusively fat for all metabolic processes which are constantly going on in your body. So without eating carbs in the first meal of the day, you will continue to burn fat until the next meal, in which you may have some carbs. But if you continue your day without carbs, you will constantly be burning body fat, because your body needs energy to digest, needs energy for cardiovascular system, for breathing, etc. And that energy will come exclusively from fat. Now, I've been eating this breakfast at least for 30 years every day, and I had fantastic results. And a lot of people who are doing this, they're coming back to me and saying, wow, this is great, it's so fulfilling, it's so satisfying. And it will keep you going for probably 3-4 hours, depending on your size, depending on your metabolism, your requirements, etc. But in general, according to me, this will probably be the best breakfast that you can have. Some people don't like cottage cheese, maybe they're lactose intolerant, so they can swap cottage cheese with, for example, salmon, or maybe steak or anything else. It's still fine, as long as you don't have carbohydrates in this first meal. Eggs are still essential, they are the backbone of this meal. But I like cottage cheese, I have no problem with lactose, and it's easier for me to do this than to cook steak. So it's entirely up to you. I've just given you an idea, and I hope you will try and you will appreciate. I want to show you how I prepare my favorite day meal, which is chicken and sweet potato with salad. So chicken, as you know, is very high in protein. Chicken breast especially is up to 26% protein, meaning that in 100 grams of chicken breast, skinless chicken breast, you have 26 grams of high quality protein. Now, chicken breasts are full of protein, which is full of all 9 essential amino acids, and also high in leucine, which is one of the most important amino acids when it comes to muscle recovery and growth. So in one way, as you know, it's a proper bodybuilding food. So I'm going to show you now how I prepare this, how I season my chicken, how I cook it, and what I like to put together with chicken breast in my meal. So I'm going to start with sweet potato. While sweet potato is cooking in the microwave, I'm going to be doing everything else. So yeah. So I'll put this in the microwave. And while sweet potato is cooking, I'm gonna slice and season chicken. I like to cut it this way, and maybe a little bit like this, so it gets more of the seasoning inside. I've been doing this all my life, so well, be careful when you cut this, because you obviously may prefer to put it on the top like this, and then it's a bit safer. But for experienced chefs,
I can do it like this. So this is my seasoning that I use, and also this one. You can put a bit of olive oil. Just a bit, so it helps seasoning stick better. Yeah, give it a nice mix, squeeze it a bit so the chicken gets all these flavors inside. This is why I've cut across the chicken breast. So this is looking good now. So you get a proper stir. All right. Now we're going to put this in the tray. I use the foil. Usually, you can use something else. It doesn't have to be foil. And then I put chicken like this. Spread it nicely across the tray. Oven I will put on 200, somewhere in the middle, and I would remind you to put the timer as well, because sometimes I forget and then the chicken burns out, so I have to do it again. So put a timer. I do it for 20 minutes. So in the meantime, while sweet potato is getting cooked, chicken is getting cooked as well, I'm going to do the salad for you and I'll show you how I make my salad, right? So the salad that I'm going to do is not going to be some big mixed salad. It's just going to be lettuce and some olives, and then I'm going to season it and I'll show you how I do it. It's very simple because there is already going to be sweet potato with chicken, so I find this enough. And yeah, I simply chop salads like this. Put some olives. Again, I'm going to use a little bit of Himalayan salt. And season it with balsamic vinegar. It's very good for your digestion. And of course, with olive oil. As you know, olive oil is rich with omega-9, oleic acid, which is very good for your cardiovascular system. And this is the salad that I usually make with this meal. So let us get now chicken and sweet potato and put everything together. And hopefully we're going to have an amazing meal with roughly 60 grams of protein and 40 to 50 grams of carbs. So I hope you enjoy it. So everything has been done, and now I'm going to take the chicken out and sweet potato and put everything on the plate. So you're going to have the whole meal in front of you, and I hope that you will like it. So let's first get the chicken out from the oven. It's been there 20 minutes. It's tender, well cooked, and let's do it now. So as you can see, all done. Now this is our salad. So I like to put sweet potato on the top, like this. You see, even the colors are beautiful. And then I'm gonna put chicken. So this packet was about 600 grams. So the full tray is 600 grams of chicken. And this will be some roughly around 250. You can also measure it if you like. But this is the meal that makes me happy. As you can see, chicken, sweet potato, and lettuce with olives. So I really enjoy this. I found it very tasty. I eat it every day. Although people say to me, "Oh, Nash, how can you eat this every day?" Oh yes, I can't. I can't actually wait to eat this because I'm very hungry. And this meal, as I said, will give you around 60 grams of protein, 40-50 grams of carbs, and enough fiber and olives and olive oil. So it's really rich with nutrients, top quality protein, top quality carbohydrates, slow digesting, slow absorbing, medium glycemic index. So everything, every single box has been ticked. If you decide to do something like this, I wish you all the best, good luck, and I hope that you will enjoy this meal. Now in this video, I want to talk to you about the best last meal of the day. This is something that I have been doing for over 35 years, 40 years. And although I do not eat red meat every day, this is something that I eat 2, 3, sometimes 4 times per week, but is my favorite last meal of the day. The reason for that is that red meat is full of high quality proteins, also fat, full of vitamins and minerals, and is also slow digesting. So the protein digestion and absorption, the amino acid release will be continuous throughout the night. So if you eat this meal as a last meal of the day, you will be making sure that your body will receive all these necessary essential amino acids throughout the night, which you basically need to recover and grow your muscles, and not just muscles, but other tissues and vital organs. Now, I'm going to show you how I do this. I prefer to use mincemeat and make burgers out of it. And today I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cook for you, and you will see how I prepare my burgers and how I cook them, how I season them as well. It's very important. So let's cook. So I usually use mince beef, which is 5% fat. You can use 10% or 15%. It's not a big deal because you need fat, but also depending on your shape, if you are in really good shape, you're really ripped, you can rub it more body fat, more fat in the meat. If you are just in good shape but not necessarily ripped to the bone, then 5% will be good. I also use this, all right, magic egg. This is actually something that gives a special flavor and texture to your burgers, so remember that. So this one is 500 grams of 5% fat minced beef, 500 grams. And I will put this egg in the middle. Now the next, this is again my favorite seasoning. I use 2 different ones. And the second one is this. vegan bouillon or some French or something, which is really nice, really tasty. People often ask me, what seasoning do you use? You can obviously use different seasoning regarding your, depending on your taste, but something which is very important for soft burgers, if you want to keep them succulent, is baking powder or bicarbonate of soda, which I use. You just use a little bit, maybe half a teaspoon on this 500 grams. So as you can see, these are the seasonings, and then I use the fork to stir this properly. You want to spend a few minutes doing this because you want your meat to really get all these seasonings and flavors, so you can enjoy them after. I prefer the fork to anything else because it really goes through and gives the best stir possible, which is not the last one because I'm going to be really mixing this a little bit more with my hands, but this is just before I put minced meat into the pan. I think this is looking good, and this is enough for now. So we're going to go now to the pan, and I cook my burgers with coconut oil. So you can also use lard. I don't like it with butter, but coconut oil is my choice, right? So get a bit of coconut oil. You have to be careful with the heat. I prefer to start my burgers on 7 on this induction cooker, and while coconut oil is getting ready, I will just stir the meat a little bit more with my hands, as you can see. So just a little bit of water. So yeah, coconut oil is melting. So this is getting ready. You see, I don't use too much. I just need a little bit, and then I'm gonna do this just like that. I like the smell of coconut oil. It's really nice. So you can do different size burgers, but this is how I do it. This is how I like it, this side. So this is 500 grams of minced meat with 1 egg. It's minced meat roughly has around 20 grams of protein per 100. So in 500 grams of minced meat, you have 100 grams of high quality protein. I usually have half of this amount, which will amount to 50 grams of protein, or sometimes even more, depending on how hungry I am. So you can see now the burgers are slowly getting ready. You don't want to heat them with higher power because you don't want them to burn. And also what I like to do, I like to cover them. So this makes cooking even better because it's going to help them get cooked from the top as well. Now, while this is cooking, we're going to make salad. This salad is going to be a bit bigger now, bigger than my salad during the day, because now I don't have carbs. And the last meal of the day is mainly protein and fat. And this is why the salad is going to be a bit bigger. So my favorite salad, I cook from I make from lettuce, tomatoes, and beetroot, right? So I need a knife. All right, so we're gonna do this here. So I just chop lettuce like this. Some people prefer to cut it in smaller pieces with a knife. I like it like this. It's simply a matter of preference. Make sure that you wash your salad properly on your tomatoes. This is all washed already. So this salad will probably be enough for 2 people. It's a bit too much for me, but I'm just going to show you how to do this. So the next thing, I chop beetroot. I like them marinated in vinegar, which are very, very tasty, and beetroot is very good for your liver as well. It does help clean your liver. So as you can see, there are a lot of colors there. I will season this with Himalayan salt, which is my preferred salt. The reason for that is that Himalayan salt contains 84 minerals, although predominantly is sodium, which is the most important mineral that you can have. I'm just going to turn the burgers around so you can see when I do that. I see it doesn't take that long. It takes a few minutes for them to really cook. So I like to turn them around. And then we're going to leave them, and we're going to continue with the salad. So as I said, Himalayan salt, my favorite. I always use balsamic vinegar because it does help digestion. It's been used around the Mediterranean, and it's very, very healthy. So I would advise you to do the same. And then, of course, extra virgin olive oil, which is really the fountain of health for people around Mediterranean, Greece, Italy, Spain, Turkey. People have been using this for hundreds and hundreds of years, if not thousands. And basically, this is it. This is the salad which I prepare for my last meal. I really like it in this bowl, so I probably just put burgers on the top instead of putting it here, because it does look very nice in this glass bowl. But for that, we will have to wait for the burgers to cook, and that will take a few minutes. So once again, I like this meal as the last meal of my day, of the day. I don't eat any carbohydrates during that meal, and it's high in protein, medium fat, quite a lot of vegetables, which means good fibers, vitamins, and minerals all in there. And this meal will actually allow your body to You use amino acids throughout the night. It takes 6-7 hours for red meat to digest. This is what actually makes this slow release of amino acids. So you basically cover yourself throughout the night. So the body doesn't need to take amino acids from your muscles in order to repair vital tissues and vital organs. So burgers are ready now. They're cooked. Now I'm just going to put them in the plate with the rest of the salad. And yeah, you can see them. They're really looking good. You have to be careful not to burn them. But okay. So let's put them together now. Okay, I'm going to put it back in the plate. These colors are simply beautiful. And this gives extra aesthetic dimension to your last meal of the day. This is something that's my favorite last meal of the day. And yeah, 3 burgers will be enough for me. As you can see, they're a little bit bigger, so it's probably 300 grams of minced meat in these 3 burgers, which will amount to 60 grams of protein and 15 grams of fat, but I have put some olive oil there as well. So we're talking about 20-25 grams of fat and 60 grams of protein. So guys, this is how it looks. This is my last meal of the day. This is a slow protein release meal with enough fat and fiber to keep your amino acid supply throughout the night. And I hope that you will enjoy it. And I will see you in the next video. And until then, please take care of yourselves.